Good. Yeah, that's a good way to start.
I said something inappropriate.
Krista would never say anything inappropriate just cause. So welcome to FridgeArt. I'm Andrew Riddick.
And I'm Kristen Plesko.
So what has happened to us in the last 2 weeks now? That I've,
Snow?
No, we talked about that
Okay.
before. Nothing much, really.
Yeah, not really. I got woken up at 1 a.m. last night because my neighbors were pieces of crap.
Kristen is doing her best to be punched in the face by somebody,
if he does, you know that's...
drug-addled neighbor.
You know that's like an instant way to send him to jail, though. Like, if I get punched, he's literally going to jail, and he's never going to be able to have that house, which is honestly kind of a win-win for me. So basically what happened, I was woken up because the woman, Brittany, knocked on my door at 1 a.m, so it's like, okay. And then, so basically, like, Jeremy, the man, was screaming, and Brittany had her son, Waylon, who's, like, maybe, like, 9 years old, with her, 8, 9, I don't know how old he is. He's, like, that awkward age of boys where they're either 5 or, like, 15. You don't know. I mean, you know, but basically, she was like, I really just need a place to stay. And I was like, and these are the kind of people that do drugs. They do drugs. I don't want her in my house.
They do all the drugs.
So...
Keep talking. You tell me.
Yeah, okay. Well, basically, so I was trying to talk with Brittany. I'm like, well, the best time to do this is in the daytime and not knocking on your neighbor's door at 1 a.m. when it's, 32 degrees outside. It was very cold and windy. And Jeremy was screaming, as he usually does, going, you fucking whore, you bitch. Just
like the
being trash. People. Yeah, he's basically a trash man. He called me a bitch. I called him a child and told him to shut up or I'd call the police. And he stormed off. And I was like, good. Yeah.
That's exactly what a child would have done. No, he totally is a child.
Yeah, I know.
He's not much older than us.
I called him a name, but I think it was well-deserved. And I threatened to call the police on him.
Why did he call you a bitch?
Because I told him to hold on while I talked with Brittany instead of screaming and waking everyone up.
So, you said hold on, and he's like, you're a bitch?
Yeah. He's like, stay out of it, bitch! Stay out of it, fuck you! And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, I basically, and this is it, I was like, are you kidding me? I was so mad. This morning, I guess.
Please don't be murdered by these neighbors.
No, if they punch me, I'll make sure they go away for a long time.
Punching would be the best option for it to happen, honestly.
And also, I have, random panes of glass in my yard and stuff because they will occasionally shatter.
Broken doors. They've shattered door panes.
Yeah, he shattered his mailbox because he got mad at Brittany one time and he had to show his Y chromosome and beat off the mailbox off his house. Beat the mailbox off his house. Also probably beating it off, but, he's just awful.
Nobody knows.
They're awful. He's like, yeah, I'm really leaving for sure this time. Going to my grandma's house, my mom's house. And it's like, fine, go. I even told her, I think I just said, then go. Leave us alone. And I kept saying, do you need me to call the police to Brittany? No, he gets this way sometimes. I'm like, honey. You
also have to understand that she is part of that battered women's thing.
It's learned helplessness.
Yeah.
I basically said, it's not going to stop until you make it stop.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
How old is Waylon? They've been together
7 to 9? Yeah, they've been together at least
7 to 9 years of conditioning like that. Just call the fucking police on them, please.
Yeah, the problem is he never is high or drunk when they get into this thing because he's
screaming
silent.
In the yard is perfectly fine for the police.
They have called the police on him, and I checked with one of the neighbors over 20 times on this particular
21.
Yeah, well,
so
I have.
You left a message at 1:30 or so, the call in there, and I'm like, I texted back at 3, I'm like, how did that work out? And then just nothing?
Well, because I was asleep at that point, because I got so angry. I was like, this is bullshit. They're criffing, yelling at the top of their lungs at 1 a.m, and he's, none of your business, bitch. And it's like, you're literally yelling at the top of your lungs in our neighborhood. It is literally everyone's business now.
Yeah.
Your child.
Is. Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, but luckily threatening to call the police shut him up, and he went and backed it. Look for my damn dog, he's out again. Yeah, you remember that dog that was aggressive and
Yeah.
bit me? Yeah.
Yeah, the one where I'm like, Kristen, don't pet that dog. It's going to bite you. No, he's
and
a
then-
good dog. And she goes back out, and that thing fucking snarled at you.
It totally did, because I pet it before, but it was in the presence of I guess it was in the house already.
It's a nervous, skittish dog.
Yeah.
They act differently.
So apparently it also runs away. So add that to the list of animal abuse to
Gosh,
the
I
list
can't
of...
imagine why.
I mean,
Their
both their
dead
cats
cat.
that they've had have been dead. That was a replacement cat for the other cat that died. Yeah, they're just kind of pieces of shit, and I really hope they get evicted, because there's nothing good about that
Honestly,
situation.
just keep calling the cops on them. That's
I
the best
will.
you can do.
I will.
And
And she was also smoking on my porch, which really pissed me off. Nothing makes me angrier than...
yeah, it was nice of her.
Yeah.
She seems considerate, but... No, like, you touch that, and I'm like, dude, literally, like, you can look anywhere. At fucking anywhere online, and it's just like, cops universally know that, Domestic disputes are by far their most dangerous calls that they have.
Yeah.
Far over shots fired, far over armed robbery, far over a fucking hostage situation.
Well, because it's, like, passionate.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Is
Oh,
people
I
are
know.
charged,
Well,
and
he
people
never
are
went on my
fucking
property.
crazy.
Oh, if he did, the second he walks anywhere near my property, calling the police and getting him in trouble.
Just,
But-
if you hear the fucking screaming, just
I
do
know.
it.
Well, the problem was she
That
knocked
way,
on my door.
she can go cry to the
She
police,
walked on
and
my-
you can go back to bed.
She knocked on my door while it was starting outside. So it was like inside, and then it started outside.
She's gonna keep doing it.
Well,
You're the place to go now.
Yeah, great. I've never let her inside, but now... Ugh. So that's fun. So that's what happened last night. Nothing else really happened this entire week. It's been very uneventful.
It's been pretty quiet.
Oh, my heat was fixed, actually. That was
Since
eventful.
heat was fixed.
He wants me to return the kerosene heater so he can get the money back and he doesn't have to pay me for it. So
Yeah, fuck him.
I told him, no, I've already used it. I'm not going to say anything more about that, but since it took over 2 months to fix the heat, you can probably kind of imagine what kind of landlord he is. So,
Shitty.
a little bit.
Shitty lord. Shit lord.
A little bit. Well, consider, okay, if you're going to wait that long, you can't be upset about me needing a kerosene heater to keep me warm. Because
Yeah,
he
no,
literally took his sweet-ass time doing that, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Andrea's week has been very uneventful.
Well, I mean, I finished a thing. That was pretty
yeah, you did.
eventful. And now I have some time.
But it wasn't like someone screaming at you.
No. I've just been through the last three therapies have been, like, hardcore
Intense.
shit. Yeah, it makes you realize
Yeah.
you're sort of a piece of shit. Like,
But
and,
do you go screaming outside at 1 a.m? I mean, that's the pinnacle of shit.
I mean,
You're-
no, because I'm at least dealing with my problems, but, like...
Kristen!
It really sucked because the last one... the previous ones, they had a sort of natural arc to them, you know, it was like... We talked about really intense shit, and then he said something, you know, more or less reassuring towards the end, and it left me really sort of, like, peaceful for those couple of weeks. Like, shitty, but peaceful. And then this last one, we like, ramped up, and then I just went home, and I'm just like... it didn't really help me all that much,
Aww.
but... Yeah. Essentially, I found out that literally the only reason I do anything is all in response to various bad stuff that happened. Like, I've turned it for the best, but, like, it all comes from a really, really shitty place. So,
Good.
The thing that really aggravates me is, like, I've realized for a long time that my parents, they don't... This is not their bag. And they're more or less sort of selfish people that they like what they know, but they don't want to give anything else a try. So... You know, they know all about socializing, or not socializing, they know about milling magnets, but, you know, they have no idea about artwork or anything like that, and they don't want to try and learn. That's the thing, and I've come to peace with that a long time ago, but it just turns out, like, the reason I'm, like, really driven to do stuff is I'm, like, desperately trying to like, please them, even though I know it's not going to please them. Like, and it's really fucking disappointing, like, just... And it's a lot of stuff like that. It's literally, like, everything. Like, everything coupled together is just, like, really shit parent decisions, and then my, like, anxious, nervous response to it, and then sort of turned in a better way. But it still comes from that place.
Yeah. The moral is don't be a bad parent.
Yeah, don't fuck over your children. It's, they're not gonna appreciate it when they get older.
Yeah. You might have to be saved by them later. You might be, forget, like Mufasa or whatever. He was on a cliff or whatever. Although that wasn't Simba's fault, though.
No, it wasn't Simba's fault. And then his relative killed him because it was his brother.
True. Well,
that was a terrible excuse.
Your dad better watch out for any of your uncles, because Pride Rock looking pretty good.
My
right
dad
now.
is honestly the
Radek
least of
Rock.
Radek Rock. My dad is literally the least of my.
So he's scarred.
Woes. He's definitely contributed in a lot of ways, and like. I asked him one of the last times, I'm like, I'd really like to come talk to my parents about this type of stuff, about what we've been talking about. And like, most of what we've been talking about is my parents really fucked up, pretty much. And it's like, I could see talking to my dad, and he would probably be okay with, like, hearing it, but, like, I still just haven't had the nerve to, like, hey, Dad, can I tell you what a terrible father you were?
Let's drop some real beats.
Let's talk about this misogyny thing, a little bit, and yeah.
You have a daughter, and you probably shouldn't say that all women are shit.
He's still just randomly. My dad will come up to me with new discoveries. I think is the easiest way to describe it. He's like, I've realized women just. They're not really mentally all there. And it's just something like really off. Like, Jesus Christ, Dad.
That is so weird too, because like my dad is what I consider a conservative, and he doesn't do that.
His girlfriend she's fantastic, and she, like, my favorite thing about going home for Christmas is that like he said some sort of misogynic shit, like women were unable to think clearly, some crap like that, and then like we both just fucking jumped on him for it, and it was amazing.
Good. Well, why would he assume that? Why would anyone assume your gender has anything to do with it? Because we both have brains. It's not like one of us is a dolphin and the other one is God.
We actually have 3 brains. We have 1 up here and then 2, over here we keep padded.
Well, guys have 2 there too, but they're in like their little ball thing.
They're much smaller though.
Yeah, that's true. They're not as smart. There you go. Misogyny is dead.
All settled. No,
everything is just fine.
But like trying to confront my mom or something on that, I am 90% sure she would probably not talk to me again. And
it depends on how okay you are with that.
And that was what we talked about. That wasn't the last time. That was the time before. I'm like, if I have a really toxic relationship, at one point is it sort of worth it, to drop it? And he's like, you only have one mom. And I'm like, I know that's what I've always. Because anytime I've told, my problems to my friends, they always tell me, you should not talk to your parents anymore. You'll seem much happier. And
I think it also ignore them.
Well, that's what I do now, sort of. But,
well, they also don't seem like they're eager to, like...
And they have no real interest in my life. Like, they'll call occasionally, and they seem really bored, and just, like...
Like, she doesn't track your phone or anything. Or,
well, your parents are a bit different. Your parents are a bit helicopter-y. And I think we've talked about that. Yeah. Like, they care very much, but they don't allow you to sort of make your own mistakes, I guess.
Sort of do. But they're going to helicopter the entire way.
They are going to write your letter to your landlord for you, and then send it to your dad for a proofread.
Basically, my mom wrote a draft, Dad proofread it, and then I edited it because I was really freaking out and because I wasn't sure what to say. So my mom and my dad are amazing people, and they knew how much... My mom knew how stressed she was like, well... School's canceled because of all the snow, so I just wrote this little draft for you. I'm like, oh, Mom, you're the best. I'm your little baby. Hold me. Hey. Hey, that's love.
Is it?
Yeah. Did I learn my lesson? No.
Yeah, exactly.
The lesson is
don't
have
lesson
shitty landlords.
I
didn't ask her to do it. I didn't. She was making these pinching motions.
I'm making grabby hands like a toddler needing to be picked up.
I didn't ask my mom to do that. She just did it without asking, and she was completely right.
Then you just sent him an email, or you just text him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a really traumatizing experience. I told my parents I have no idea how to even start this. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably wake up early to do it. And then Mom was basically texting me late at night. She's like, oh, I had the day off, so I just decided to... I
will take that back. There have been times where I've just been, like, really aggravated with something, and my parents are like, I'm going to give him a call. And that was with the United thing.
Yeah.
Like, with staying on the airplane for 5 hours while my mom drove home from fucking St. Louis and then picked me up at the airport in Chicago when the plane finally landed. She literally dropped me off and picked me up. Both sides of my departure, because then they had canceled the second part of my flight. And then, I was marooned in Chicago, but thankfully I'm originally from Chicago, so I just went and slept at my mom's place. So,
Yeah, sometimes
But
that mama bear
gave
attitude
them,
is nice.
It is nice. And yeah, I wish that type of shit happened a lot more often when I was younger, but it didn't.
Not as an adult, though. Get out, Kristen.
Well...
Get out with your experiences. With your
experiences.
Sometimes Katie, Kelly, and I, they're my sisters. Like, we'll just...
My other personalities.
Yeah, my split personalities will... When mom or dad gets really upset about something, usually just mom. Actually, it's almost always mom. Basically, we'll just send the helicopter emote over and over again. So it'll just be a string of helicopters, and then we'll just leave it, and then that's it. That's all we'll say. And then I was like, you guys are so funny. I'm really worried though. You better call.
Is that for the helicopter parent?
Yeah. Okay. By the way, because of the beet juice or whatever you're drinking. There's like a perfect like triangle.
Good. Yeah. Not drinking. Well, I took off the label. It's just like berry juice.
Oh, berry. Oh, I didn't know if it was beets or berries.
Beets I would not be drinking beet juice.
Well, it doesn't smell like beet juice because it smells good.
But basically, I mean, what we're saying after this like 15 minutes. Yeah. We did that the previous one. I have that one FridgeArt that it was like before during the blizzard. It's like I just did the one where it's like I haven't been updating much because I'm busy with projects. The other one I'll just keep it in the backhand. Good. Yeah, we'll build up a repertoire. But,
no.
Yeah, basically now I have, like, a couple weeks. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. And then there are a couple
whatever
people...
Whatever the criff you want.
Whatever the fuck I want. You. And, like, I had done this... I did the opal moose. I didn't make it an opal cracked bear. The last one was opal cracked bear. Did the opal moose, and, what was I gonna say?
You have spare time.
Yeah, no. And then people are like, I'd really like my character like that. And it's like, I really do need money right now, and I'm at a very thin part. But I just sat there, I'm like, no.
Resist, Andrea.
I just sort of sat here, I'm like, yeah, I can do that.
One of the, I
don't want to.
I love doing commissions, but one of the best things I've ever done is just not decided, no, I can't do these anymore because my life... I have things I want to do, like draft Magic the Gathering.
Opal Cracked Bear.
Or Opal Cracked Bear. Or screen printing. Like, there's so many things I want to do, and I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just don't have the energy, time to...
Well, it's like, the last few ones, like, for the most part, they've been perfectly fine, and then there's always one or two people where it just makes it a fucking ball ache, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I have nothing against any of those people. It's like I come home from like 8 hours of sitting there being like more or less somewhat agitated, and then I come home and I want to relax, and then it's somebody like, you didn't do this last week, and now I need it done right now. It's like, dude, you paid $20 for something. Get off my dick. Like I do not need that right now.
Andrea, be correct. Get off your vag. That's how we have to do it.
Step off my cooch, please.
You gotta be classy about it. I'm glad you guys just accept us for being non-classy people.
We're people. We're not... God, can you imagine if this was just like, the time now is 8:45. Let's discuss composition. I was just like, no, just...
Welcome to PBS Art Station. This is your host.
No. What was that? The fucking thing was the ASMR thing. Like, welcome to FridgeArt.
No, we got really close.
I'm gonna rub my face for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's apparently a thing. He
was just fucking rubbing his face with a... He was rubbing it... There, we saw this thing. It was like 23 minutes of beard rubbing, and it's just a guy, and he's just taking like a knife and just...
Yeah, like the guy who was talking about it is grade A under A. And
yeah,
he's fantastic. He is. I've watched all of his videos now, and he is like one of my favorite YouTubers. Just based on he has a really thick like. Is it Cockney accent?
It's not British, Cockney, but then I listened to it for a while, and it sounds like Indian.
No,
like Asian Indian.
Really? No, he's definitely English.
I know he is.
He just sounds like he has more of a fish in his mouth than British people usually do. I guess. I love British accent. I'm sorry. Like all accents.
If you've got a fish in your mouth, we're not making fun.
Because like American accents just sound kind of like you're spending too much time enunciating things.
Well, I mean, to a point it is, but no, I've heard from Europeans that they like American. Sometimes they really like American accents.
That's kind of weird.
And they think they're really sexy. Yeah.
No, it's not what I consider sexy, but alright, that's fine.
I think it tends to be just whatever isn't what you're normally around, you're gonna find sexy. Like, I'm obviously not gonna find, like a southern accent sexy, because that sounds fucking stupid.
I can find some southern accents sexy, but it has to be, like, really...
That's not the... You wanna get her done?
That's not... Okay, I'm talking about genteel accent, not like a... You know, I got it.
No, please, keep going. Like some sort of Jabba the Hutt.
Hey, baby.
Italo solo.
Confederate flag solo.
Jesus.
I find that extremely unattractive. But, no, I'm talking about the kind of, like, old plantation-y kind of, like... No, it basically sounds like a slowed down, like, British accent. It's very, very...
Well, like y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah. Now let me tell you here. You know, basically kind of like Foghorn, Leghorn, but not as bad as that.
Why don't you just fuck Foghorn, Leghorn?
I'm not... Unfortunately...
Why don't you just draw a big picture?
Not as bad as that. It's, like, different than Foghorn, Leghorn. And now people are going to be like, wow, Kristen really loves Foghorn, Leghorn.
I still have that picture on my phone of... We were in an art group, and I forget the guy's name all the time, but he'll draw stuff, and then we're like, you should draw Jar Jar Binks. And then he did, and then he drew, like, the guy behind sort of looked like Mr. Clean. I'm like, you should draw you should draw Jar Jar Binks fucking Mr. Clean. And then he did, and then that picture is on my phone, and it's just like this, like, it just looks like crazy 5-minute doodle thing.
It was really buff Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, it was a really buff Jar Jar Binks.
And then basically fisting, I guess,
yeah,
Mr. Clean.
He was fisting Mr. Clean.
It was very interesting. Good times. See, this is what you can do, too, if you learn to draw.
Yeah.
You can also draw.
You, too, can abuse your power and then just force other people to draw things for you.
Well, if I had money, I would just make people draw weird, you know.
What type?
Foghorn, Leghorn, horn. Now, I say here, boy, I say here.
I'm trying to think of some sort of fisting Foghorn, Leghorn pun, but I can't.
He has wings.
Fist
he can't
horn.
fist. He can't make a fist, Andrea.
That's not what the cartoon tells me.
He has
wings only if his hands are out, but if it's anything else, he's got normal hands.
We have
so what do you want to look at today?
Something chickeny. Something Foghorn, Leghorny.
Oh, I mean, I do have an extensive collection of Foghorn leg porn. Fog porn Leghorn. There you go.
Good.
Something chickeny.
Yeah, something roostery, chickeny.
This thing sort of looks like a plucked chicken. There you go.
Oh, and is that a giant teardrop coming out of its eye? Like, oh my god. Ugh, it looks like it's the Shinrai dragon where it has like short arms but like really long legs in like a noodle body.
Yeah,
it's Shinrai.
He just looks like a plucked chicken. Doesn't it?
Yeah, well, like he swallowed a chicken. But
no, that's his...
why does he have a beak inside, but he also has like a...
It's his tongue.
Oh, Andrea.
It does really look like a beak, though. That's terrifying. Jesus.
Yeah, actually, you should just redesign it like that, where it has like a beak inside of its...
So this is for concept art, Creature of the Week.
It's cow? It's a cow?
It's a cow.
Oh.
And I actually got some votes on it, too. Two votes out of... I lost. But I got 2 votes. And, the thing was something, it was like Debin from the Ninth, Nookie of the North Pond, something of the ninth Circle of Hell, and you're supposed to, and like the Ninth Circle of Hell was like a frozen hell, so you're just supposed to design the beast.
Is it for the, for all the sinners that killed themselves or something? Isn't that the frozen one?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And so... yeah, I essentially just put a monster in because it's Creature of the Week, and I just wanted to draw this fucking thing. And I think I was going off of a shrimp in some regards.
I've raised shrimp before. That is not a shrimp body, if I ever did see one. Why does it have tear? Why does it have a giant anime tear?
You and everybody else has that. I haven't honestly seen this in probably about 4 or 5 years.
Does it not look like an anime tear?
No.
In 1980s.
Well, like, I'm not
Here, zoom in on that. What is... Is that like a cheek pouch? Like it's like...
No, it's just supposed to be like sort of like decorative shit, I guess. I don't really quite know.
Well, why does it look like a tear with like an egg in, it looks like a tear with an egg inside. Like that's how it like lays eggs.
It does. It looks like some sort of supersonic sperm covered in like a gel.
Yeah, this must be because this reminds me a lot of the like dragon people on the dragon people on DeviantArt because of the texture in the background, the body type.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it was right dead in the middle of that. I want to say
it's that kind of thing.
It is that kind of thing. Now, I want to say this is 2009. Let's see. Let's do this on the Pandora thing before... No, there we go.
Andrea has pen tabs that sometimes plays music.
Let's see if I can just look it up. Nookie of the North Pond, I think is what I called it for some reason.
Nookie of the North Pond?
Can't remember
Snookie of the North Pond would be good. You know, you could have a...
Like, it might still be just on my actual, like... What the hell? You were perfectly fine. The fuck is the problem now? I can see your fucking tail outside the door. Jesus.
Yeah, like, to me, like, its small-ass arms really bother the hell out of me. Like, can you imagine it walking? It'd probably walk like a pangolin, where it just, like, runs on its hind feet and just
I can't really actually imagine it walking or doing much of anything.
It could be like a pangolin, where it just where it doesn't actually walk on its front feet, it just runs like a little T-Rex.
Okay,
but it uses them to rest.
Yeah. You pay attention to him so he doesn't go off and yell.
Get around me. Touch me. Touch me, get around me. Don't snub me and my gifts. He has like a little line cut and it's very cute. But get around. I don't understand cats. It's like sometimes like cats want you to touch their face with your face, like because that means like that's how they greet each other. But even your cats don't really seem to do a lot of greeting with each other.
No, I would say Beazle does that very rarely, and it's mostly like really outlandish cats might do that. Not most cats. Not all cats, Kristen.
Oh well. Okay. Yeah. Well, I like it when they headbutt your face. I feel like part of the pack.
Oh, I just did fire feathers. That's even worse.
God, is that... Yeah, that doesn't look like a tongue at all. It's, like, not wet. It just looks like a beak. Like
it really does.
Half of a bear. It's terrifying.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty terrifying. I mean, you're entirely correct. It's gotta be... It was right at the tail end of this. So it's probably 2008.
What is that Sheenrai stuff?
We're already in, like, 2008 territory.
Well, she can't find it.
No, it's here.
Oh, I deleted a lot of my shame.
I mean, so did I, but...
Oh, God, that damn orca whale.
Oh, maybe it isn't here. Wait, let's...
Get your ass over here.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I guess I got rid of it. Is it scraps?
Diesel just wants me to use me as a scratcher.
That's fine. Yeah, I guess I can't find it, and that's unfortunate, because I remember not being ashamed of this.
You probably always 10-eye it if you're really curious. But yeah, it looks like it's crying like a sack of eggs.
It does look like it's crying a big old egg tear.
Yeah, and then it's... where is its shoulder?
Behind
Why?
This.
What evolutionary advantage does it have to having
Makes
such
it lower to the ground.
But why?
Scoop. I don't know.
Why does it have normal size? That's one thing I never understood about that style of dragon is, like, why are their damn arms so short? Like, they're literally gonna run like a wiener dog, and that's, like, the least graceful thing I can ever think of. They're, like, noodly wiener dog dragons.
Because when they're all tucked up and they're flying, then it's not big, long-ass arms. You gotta take care of,
well,
like,
birds,
little baby
birds
arms.
can do it. Birds can have long legs, and they still fly with it. Work with it, artists. Sheenerize. I don't know. I like Sheenerai's artwork. We both do.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of people copied her artwork for, like, basically the past decade.
Yeah, they really did.
And it basically took something quite excellent to, like, basically just kind of...
Well, I did that for some time. I didn't copy her artwork.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
We all did.
So, now that I look at this now, like, this top jaw is sort of underneath, and then, like, this bottom jaw, it's pretty much a lot more to the side. It's just, like one jaw is like this, and the other jaw is like this. Like,
yep.
It's swung back quite a bit. And then, like, this head just has, like, this little extra knob back here that somehow connects to its shoulder.
It kind of
so,
looks
like, the
like
back of its head is just, like...
It kind of looks like a dick with a helmet. Like, just, like, kind of that wrinkly... unpleasant.
Oh, you mean like the rest of
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it's sort of a really weird translucent. I think it's because I wanted like I think I was going for a sort of flesh monster, but I think a lot of it was intentional.
It'd have been really great if you actually made it like crying or something weird like that. You know, like Fenrir, like the Norse wolf thing. Very creepy. Like basically the wolf basically I guess was cursed to like basically spew forth one of the rivers, and like I guess in a lot of art it's just basically a wolf spitting up a river. So it was really interesting. Like there's a lot of really cool like but he just has like an egg tier.
He does. Stop looking at the egg tier.
I can't. It's really obvious. It's like literally.
I really like his back feet, and I tried with this one leg that's completely turned the back way, facing away.
He's making room for something. I don't know.
Well, he's got like one leg like this, and the other one is just like.
Yeah, he has his
twisted all the way around.
Yeah, his hips are misaligned now.
They really are, and I just like how he has like these two little. Because you see, when he spreads his foot out, they go to the side, but when he has it picked up, they just dangle behind it.
Dumb Andrea.
Why?
Then, what about his front feet? Why?
Yeah, look at him.
Why are they so tiny? Also, why doesn't he have any meat on his like elbow part? Like his forearm, I guess, doesn't really have any meat. It's really just like hollow.
Yeah, he's just.
It's just like he has like flesh nuggets. He just kind of like stilts on, and like they're just flesh nuggets.
Yeah, it looks like he's wearing like it just goes inwards, but then it just suddenly is out with the other ones, and it doesn't.
Or like
make
his
sense.
two bones, his tibula and his fibula, whatever the hell what are the two bones?
Tibular.
Yeah, those bones. It's like they just continue into two more bones near his shoulder. Like, it doesn't just go into one.
It goes behind this like plate area.
That was a mistake.
So like his shoulder is here.
Also, why is his body sideways? Why is everything a profile, Andrea?
Because reasons. Why is it sideways?
Well, I mean, like, it looks very flat that way, I guess. Like, it doesn't look like he's... Like, his front legs are basically kind of on a flat plane. And then it's, like, his I guess his head, like, his head to his, like, torso, just very flat, I guess. Maybe it's because his arms... I don't know if it's, like, the arm basically being behind that thing. Kind of throws me off.
Yeah, it does seem to throw... Yeah.
Yeah. Also the heavy use of black.
Yeah, the heavy use of black. Come here, you piece of shit. Come here. Here, smell this bottle. That'll get you over here. Yeah, you can't have any.
He can't taste sweetness anyway.
Oh.
Also, his back leg. How come his
one big giant leg and one not?
Yeah, the very big one. Like, why is his leg going to the outside of his body? Like, I guess you know what I mean. Like when it's like crunching up, why is that doesn't happen really? Like if you look at like a dog or something, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I understand, but like, yeah, that's kind of weird because it just. I can see him. He's just.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to see because, like, lions are so damn wrinkly, you can't see them when they sit down, you know? But, yeah, I always thought that, like, it was kind of like human legs, where I guess they just kind of went into themselves, like, straight on. But, I mean, it's fine if you want to make it, like, weird like that, but it kind of looks like he's,
he has one
because the other leg doesn't do that.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it just makes it look like his, like, hamstring area is just non-existent. Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
Yeah. No, it's super easy to fix. You just draw a little bit more of the,
how do you like the
fatty,
perspective
fatty
on this front person?
Oh my god, that's a person. I didn't even see that.
He's being a
Oh my god, I thought this was literally like a monster that was 2 feet tall.
No, he's massive.
You can't tell though, there's no context.
There's a person right there,
I literally thought it was a smudge. Like, if you zoom in, like, there's no highlighting on that person?
Yes, there is.
No. I mean, like, see the blue highlighting? That highlighting would definitely be on the person, too.
Yeah.
Person that isn't.
Is that how I talk?
No, it's not.
With a terrible lisp?
Andrea?
Like, I got my tongue was stung by bees.
My tongue was stung by bees. Yeah. No, I just, like... Is that person, like, just kind of floating? Is it, like, against a wall?
See, this area here, this is, like, a ledge.
Oh, my God. It's literally laying down like you're playing Scrabble.
What?
It looks like one of those Scrabble, you know, like the little thing you put your things
Twister.
on? No.
No, he's
Scrabble.
essentially, he's like this.
I know,
Okay.
but it looks like, you know the things you hold your Scrabble tiles with, like little wooden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the same angle as one of those damn Scrabble tiles. Like, he's trying to purposefully hide, but he's doing it, like, in a really weird way. Like, I wouldn't hide that way if I was... The perspective is weird.
How would you hide against a giant monster?
If that ledge was how I saw it, I would be peeking over it, not, like, putting my legs against it and leaning back.
It's supposed to be sort of flat on, and he should be, like, right there, like he's being awed by something, but it is definitely turned up because
there are two different... Some of these perspectives are not like the other, and
a lot of these perspectives are not like the other.
Because that would have been cool if it was like a top-down view or something.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you ever wanted to revisit that would be like a really cool thing, like to have also actually show the person because he's so hard to find.
Yeah, he really is. I might actually repaint this. This could be a lot of fun to repaint. Some
Because
sort of terrible skin monster.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of perspective. Also, like, any atmospheric perspective and stuff, he's just too clear to be, like, a really, truly big animal. Like,
He's sort of glowy, and he's got sunlight coming down on
like
him.
in Shadow of the Colossus is one of the best things for showing big animals.
It is.
You know, they do, the atmosphere makes it so they're not as sharp.
I also just
further
like how
away.
he has, like, this like, one back thing just to put his foot on, just to rest it. It's, like, the perfect height.
Terrible.
Just to sort of hang out.
I do that too. Like, oh, this foot needs to be a little higher so it's framed properly. Rock.
Because they know.
Rock.
Kristen,
Egg tier.
no.
What about egg tier?
What?
Egg tier.
Egg tier. Yeah, it was just supposed to be some sort of decorative thing, and then it just doesn't look good.
You know, it'd be great if he ate all the people and collected them as egg tiers, and then they were reborn as tiny monsters.
Okay.
Well, because there's like the bottom thing of hell. I guess Satan eats people and he poops them out and he eats them again, and I guess that's like their constant torment. I'm not making this up. That's the one of the things. Audience, help me out on this. I can't just quote it. One of like 15th levels or something. He eventually I think they eat him.
It's the devil eats you and poops you out.
And then he eats you again. Yeah.
How can the devil spend that much time eating everybody?
Well, you're sent there by God. So God is all powerful and
Oh,
all
okay.
knowing. Well, you get sent to hell by God, right? You're not captured by the devil, because the devil, it has a lot of things to do, like eating people and pooping them out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like if there's constantly more people he needs to eat and poop, how does he have that much time?
Well, I guess everyone gets a turn.
Or does he just get bigger and then he just eats everybody?
Yeah,
and
I
poops
think
them
he
out
just
at
takes. Well, he was really big. Like, he wasn't like a tiny devil. He was like the size of a building, and he was just like. It's really funny. Like, I mean, I don't see how people were scared of that, because that's really hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
hell just seemed really weird.
Hell does seem real weird. Like,
Good.
yeah, we're 38 minutes.
Okay. Well, I have a folder in there. You can just click on something that interests
I
you.
do, but I kind of want to stop it so I can play with the cat so he stops
Oh,
yelling.
okay. Yeah, that's true. All right.
Do we have anything else? What about the color? I think the color still is okay.
Yeah, the color's fine. I'm not really a fan of the color on the monster itself, but I like the idea of the colors you chose. It's mostly like the grays on it kind of give it are not the appropriate grays.
Yeah,
for
no,
what I
it could
would
be
consider.
much more appropriately done,
Yeah.
but I think the actual color...
The color palette itself, I think, is fine.
The color palette on it, I still like it. I don't mind it. I mean, except for the ice in the back, that just looks like shit smeared everywhere. I don't quite like that, but...
Yeah, no, I think it'd be interesting for you to revisit this
I
sometime.
might do that. Maybe I'll do that in this week that I have to chill the fuck out.
Oh, well,
As well as playing Slime Rancher and Subnautica. And Star Wars The Old Republic whenever Kristen can actually get online and play for 20 minutes.
I don't play it. It's literally for hour and a half to 2 hours, and Andrea keeps saying, yeah, it is.
The last time you got on, it was like 9:30.
And then I played until like 11 or 11:30, which is over an hour, Andrea. You can tell by the Skype calls that was 2 hours long that we definitely played at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, God, the more I look at it, the more it does just look like a bird beak.
You should do something like that. Like it's a
No,
squid.
that's
Like it's a squid on the
terrifying.
inside. You know it'd be great if it was a squid that hollowed out the body of something else and then like is just
Hey!
living and controlling it, and it's like You know, it's like, you know, and it's just
Yeah.
like, it's just wearing the body of,
I mean,
of a
just
monster.
make those sounds too. Okay, we're gonna come back with Kristen's after I play with the cat and chase him around. He likes getting chased around. But I'm gonna chase him
Andrea
around.
has a very sad face. Your expression, like, it twitched to something very sad, and like you're, and she's looking right at me like I'm, Kristen, help! I'm trapped in this eternally.
Okay. Yeah, that can never actually be my kink. So in the downtime, Kristen decided to try and take a nap because I gave my cat some catnip so that they would fight each other, run around, and then get tired and go to sleep and stop yowling. And so eventually,
Andrea just decided to harass me the entire time.
well, you're trying to take a fucking nap, and we just have to record this last bit.
Well, yeah, but I figured you needed like 10-15 minutes. That's enough for a nap. She forgets that I had 5 hours of sleep, and I need like 9. And she's like,
according to the drink, you only need 5 hours of energy, Kristen.
I didn't have any of that though. Also, that thing is a lie. It probably depends on how fast you metabolize it.
I don't know. That stuff fucked me up for a while.
But yeah, basically, Andrea ended up like, she hit me with the cat toys a couple of times. She tried to put.
I was using a was it like a wand?
Yeah.
What the fuck is it called? What can I not?
Cat and Nine Tails, but it's just a cat toy.
Yeah, it's just a cat toy, like dangling feathers. And then I
it was like a
you
switch.
at the pants. Yeah, hit you with like a switch once, and then,
Yeah.
and then I put the cat on you because the Kit Romney, if he finds like a mushy part of the body, he'll just start making biscuits, or he'll just knead on it. So I was trying to put him on Kristen's ass to knead her ass, and then Kristen was making too many nice sounds from the pillow, and he got spooked and he jumped off, and then more or less I ended up just stepping on your back because that's what you want.
Yeah,
I
I
like that type of
rough, aggressive
Hey Andrew,
friendship.
come step on me. It's just like, oh God, and I was just.
And I don't mean it in like a, it's not like some weird thing. It just feels good when someone steps on your back and they crack your back.
And like
She didn't think she could put her full weight on my back.
I did. Yeah.
Well, you eventually did.
Well, yeah,
but
no,
she
eventually
was
I did.
like doing this churning butter thing where she was just like put her foot on my back and just like.
Yeah, I was just sort of pushing, and I was mostly doing it because I could hear the springs in the couch be like, and I was just thinking what my fucking neighbors must be thinking. So I was stepping on your back like I was churning butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cut that previous part out. And fuck's sake, Kristen.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's okay and what isn't.
No, in either way, that's not okay. I was just saying that's what Southern people thought. That, anyways, that was also a generalization. None of this was okay. We should just move on. But yeah, I stepped on your back for a while, and then
It cracked.
I cracked it.
And it felt good.
And then the cats started fighting each other, because
They
the
did.
nip took hold, and now they're quiet.
Yeah.
At least for a little while.
Until they reawaken.
They feel slighted because we're not paying attention to them.
Well, they can deal with it.
Yeah.
So, no, that's... Whenever I'm just face down on the couch, the only way you can get me up is by stepping on my back. Pro tip.
Pro tip: if you find a if you find a rogue Kristen about and she's laying down presenting her back to you, step on it. That's what she likes it.
It's not sexual. I just want my back cracked.
There you go. All right, so let's look at some of Kristen's stuff, so we can.
Good.
Jesus Christ, it's been like 2 hours. So we can.
Yeah, we sort of watch Judge Judy.
Yeah,
thing.
Kristen spoiled for me that divorce court is not actually people; it's just fucking actors.
And
it's
know,
like,
and she was like,
you know
I don't believe you.
One of my coworkers was like, "You didn't know that?" And I'm like, you know what? I thought. Now the more that I think about it, yeah, I was wrong. But they're really good actors.
Not even, though, because you see her making those sassy quips, and they're just not very funny, especially when you know that she's just setting it up so she can say those.
Well,
Girl, if you do, you're gonna have to be with him for the rest of your life, and then it's like, oh my God, and then she's like, and then they dress them up like old people, and they're not even married, so why is it divorce court, like Andrea said? Like, why is it divorce court when they're not even married?
Well, yeah, you said, like, oh, they're getting a divorce. I'm like, they're not married. What do they need, like... What is this court even about? It's just
stomach.
bitch court. They're just bitching.
Well, yeah, that would be thrown out of court immediately if she was a real judge. And I know she's a real judge, but not anymore. Okay, she's
changed.
She's divorce court judge. The worst. Judge Judy is terrible, too. She gets $40 million a year for basically garbage.
Is that even still online?
Probably.
Not online. Is that even still
Is she even still alive?
She's still alive.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Kristen, pick one for us to look at.
Is there any roostery one? Probably not.
Probably.
Oh my god, my stomach is growling.
Stop it. You stop that. Maybe she.
Here's my cow.
What the fuck?
It was a creature that evolved from a horse to live in trees.
What the ever living fuck?
It's a sloth horse upside down.
Why are two of its legs going one way and the other two are the other way?
I don't know.
Even normal animals don't have that.
Its arms are atrophying because they're useless. It only walks with its back legs.
So okay, now I really like disgusting evolutionary biology because that was one of my favorite things. So what you're saying is that, like, oh my god. What the
Basically, it's a Silent Hill monstrosity.
Yeah, that's true. First off, I like how its tail comes out of its one leg. Oh no, I'm sorry. It just has its ass protruding down. It's the exact same color in the background.
It's not very well tried.
I just thought it was like this thing just straight into a tail.
Yeah, no. It's gross. You know what I hate is the colors. Everything about the colors is bad.
So, you know what I do like? Is that you just kept adding joints onto this. Because an actual horse leg, the anatomy of it, this thing is the heel. Isn't it? Yeah. That's the heel, that's the knee, that's the thigh. You know, in a regular horse. But then you just added, like, a whole bunch of other crazy...
I don't know why. I can't explain it, Andrea. It's not a very good design. I didn't win, if it couldn't be obvious.
Okay, second part, how would this thing even fucking hold itself up?
It walks with its leg feet in the trees.
Okay, first off, if this thing fell out of the trees, it would be dead. Because there's no way for that to ever get back up in the trees.
No, it's over like a rainforest where it floods. So it just falls in the water and slowly gets back up.
No, it falls in the water and drowns because there's no way something with feet like that is going to be able to swim. Or control its body in any way. How is its head upside down?
Because sloths are upside down.
Do sloths also have their spine on their stomach?
It is a special spine. It became more like a lobster, where its spine is towards the belly of the animal, and its poop line is on its back.
Yeah, I still like how it has these, like, meaty thighs.
And this ass butt.
Yeah.
It's like arching its back like it's presenting itself.
Yeah.
But upside down.
And I understand this is supposed to be looking downwards, right? So there's nothing beneath it type of thing.
No,
it's
just
not.
It's actually supposed to be side on. It's just not very good.
That's side on? Jesus Christ, I thought I was looking at the ground.
No, it's not very good. I'm glad you... No, because how is it... No, because it's...
It would just be in a really, really tall... Well, first off, its legs are fucking stupid anyways, so... Oh yeah, here's another thing, is like... Oh my god, there's so many problems with this, Kristen. So, it just has these long, like, fucking nail hooks?
Don't judge it. Do you like how it has, like,
So if it's on the ground, it would just have, like, these, just... It's just essentially has, like, Edward Scissorhands.
It crawls like a sloth.
Oh, God. And then it still just has these hooves, but then it also just has a fucking dagger coming out of the bone?
It's just like... I like how it just has atrophied arms. If I ever drew this again, I would completely redesign it, because I think I was... I don't even do drugs. I never drank. This was in college. I didn't do drugs, but I have...
Come on, Andrew, this is college. I didn't drink.
I didn't drink or do drugs. But I could have fooled everyone.
I really like how it just has these fucking, like, polio limbs going on, and then it has a muscular horse neck?
Well, all the better to grab leaves with. That's how it snakes through the water. It uses its head.
Yeah, okay, no, try and recreate, because you have to write, like, a little description about it.
Horses took to the trees.
No, I know, in each cow you had to write some sort of description explaining yourself. Go for it. Do you remember it?
This creature evolved from horses.
Did you give it a really pretentious name that was something from the Greek?
No.
From the Greeks?
No, I didn't. I think I called it like horse sloth or something.
Well,
Slorth.
Okay. Slorth. Hoth.
Yeah. Horth.
There you go.
It just sounds like something a really dumb kid would say, like horth. The horth and the tree.
Yeah.
And then it's like...
And then that person would grow up to draw this thing.
That was me. Yeah, if I could redo it, I would make it more like they just have the one toenail, so I would just have the one toenail extend.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it'd split into a million different ends and have giant toes the same size if it's like lips.
Well, I can tell this was at the point where you had the Shinnerai thing where it had that one like long toe claw that was underneath it.
See, I did it too. I hate myself for it. This is not very good.
Dear Shinnerai, we're really glad you did what you did, but Jesus fuck, you have cursed everybody.
You ruined everyone who drew fantasy animals on DeviantArt. Thanks a lot, asshole.
You are the...
Thank you for being an inspiration.
Yeah. Oh, so you're a huge inspiration. Keep going.
Praise Shinnerai's name.
Oh my god, this is disgusting looking. Like,
where's his eye? Is it there? Okay.
I think. I mean,
I don't know what that pit is, if it's just like regular horse parts or... I like how I didn't have a reference for underneath a horse, so I just like made something really disgusting.
I just like how you have this giant fatty hump that just goes off to the side.
It's not even a fatty hump, it's just like it's just awful.
Like, it's really hard for me to figure out what the fuck is going on in here, honestly.
Well, also, the colors are all green.
Yeah.
Everything is green.
The first time I just thought, I thought it was just this, like, white area, and I thought it was, like, something, like, writhing in leaves. But, no. I saw it's hooked onto trees.
Do you like all the tree brushes I use?
Ghostly hooked onto trees. Yeah, no, I can tell you like drawing those, well, probably not, because you just use brushes, but... Oh, my God. Just...
the lips it has, too. It's like...
Yeah, why is its head upside down?
I don't know, Andrea.
What benefit does that have?
I don't know, it evolved...
Even sloths have their head the right way.
Sometimes. Mostly.
Just, oh my god.
It's disgusting. Like, there's nothing really good about this.
No.
It's like it's lordosis, I think it's called, when you arch the back like that. It has a lordosis, and it's just terrible. When cats do the sexy times, they do the lordosis. Yeah, I really hate those scythe dew claws.
Yeah, they're really stupid. They're like really stupid.
Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense.
I just like how it's just like a big fucking old man's toenail with a big nail on it. God.
It's fun.
What happens when it's... Okay, here's a second question for you, hot stuff. How does it climb up the tree?
It doesn't. It's born there. And if
it just falls off, it's just dead.
It's dead, yeah. They lay eggs. They attach them to tree branches, and it's just like a tiny one.
What if it just comes across a really big tree, then? What does it do then? What? I'm just trying to say, like, what if it comes across something where this angle is not good enough to hang off of a branch? Or to climb up something?
It basically humps up a tree. Where it basically just, like, uses its tongue to, like, grab onto the tree, and it just basically kind of lifts itself up with its massive neck, and then hugs the tree with its giant
legs.
It's evolving to get rid of them, Andrea.
How about it's just already evolved to not have these stupid fucking vestigial legs that still grow like long toenails on it for some reason?
It's for cleaning. It's the
poo claw?
The bathroom claw.
The poo claw?
It's the poo claw.
Fucking
It's for
poo
cleaning
claw?
it's for cleaning its lordosis.
I think just the grossest thing is just this perked ass.
I'm laughing so hard because I didn't remember how shitty this was. It's so bad. It's like, it's just so bad. The colors are bad. Everything is bad.
It looks like it's just writhing over like a...
like really, really badly rendered water or something.
No, not even that. Like, that would... Maybe? It just looks like a nest of pubes. That's what it is. It just looks like a big giant pile of
Well, maybe
pubes.
this is protecting the witch's hideout. This is, it captures elves with its sticky tongue and then eats it.
You really spend some time on that tongue. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's one of the more disgusting things I've drawn, and it doesn't make any sense. It's literally a body horror.
Like, you said this is supposed to be, like, sideways, but you can see all of the top of it.
It's bending down.
It's bending down? It looks like it's in like a fucking stasis like this.
It basically is.
Like,
Andrea turned around her Spinosaurus, her inaccurate Spinosaurus.
Yeah, like an old school Spinosaurus. And
Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus.
Yeah, pretty much. And I just like sort of held it just like it's...
Yeah, that's it.
That's actually not that far off with a jaw and everything.
There you go.
But it doesn't look like it's bending down. It's just shit. It actually looks like it's coming towards you, sort of.
See, maybe a Spinosaurus took to the trees like that. That's why it has the sail, is so it blows gently in the wind, like a leaf.
It gets pulled to the side because it's...
It's so,
God.
It's
like
on
my
the Hork
inaccurate
Bajir.
Spinosaurus.
I like the inaccurate Spinosaurus better.
Yeah, so do I.
Or the accurate one.
Really?
Sorry. Yeah, I kind of like how it basically is like a little pig thing. It like just kind of it's basically just a fat water living in dinosaur thing, and it wasn't badass at all. It was just some realistic animal.
It looks like it's coming towards me, and then this is just to the side, and then it just has this big fucking fatty hump at the bottom.
Yep.
And then it just has its ass perked around to make it like really.
It's like on the other side, there's something going on.
You didn't even put like legs like more balanced. It just has like these fucking back legs, so it would just be like. I want to see you grab something with your toes and then try to like pull your body up.
I don't have strong enough legs for that, Andrea.
Not that it's this thing, because it's all fucking withered away.
It's tendons, Andrea. It
just has a perky ass for some reason, and then it just has like...
Kim Kardashian was my inspiration.
It has like my wrists, which are just bony as shit.
Kim Kardashian does not have a perky ass. Doesn't she have a big one?
Whatever.
I don't know. Andrea, I'm not sure about butts.
You brought up Kim Kardashian. I don't know anything about Kim Kardashian.
I was just trying to think of what is the first thing I think of when I think of butts, and it's Kim Kardashian. So...
Well, good.
Also the cloud, because you did the thing.
I installed something on my computer. It's called the cloud to butt extension. And essentially it just changes all uses of the cloud to my butt, and then just cloud to butt, and then clouds to butts, and etc. And I found out that it even works on the Weather Channel, because it says that our forecast is partly buddy. And then mostly buddy. Yesterday was mostly buddy.
Yeah.
But the reason that extension exists is for IT professionals that get really sick of everybody talking about the cloud. So it's just to add a little brevity. Yeah, thanks, bees. Good. Kristen just dropped her iPhone on the ground.
Yep. Good.
From a distance. Thankfully it's carpeted.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's really fucking stupid looking, Kristen.
Yep, I'm glad I could share that with everyone.
Why are some of its nails longer than other of its nails? And why are its nails on the bottom?
Because it got into fights, and then its nails fell off, maybe.
And that's not you retconning this, is it?
I didn't remember how awful this was. I clicked it because you also had a cow.
I did, and I'm glad we can review them together.
Yep.
If only they were the same cow.
Yeah, that would have been fun. I don't think they did. Well, because they don't do them anymore, right?
I think they still might, but
because I thought Concept Art org shut down.
Yeah, we had talked about that, and it's more or less back.
Oh, I didn't know it was still back then.
It is, but I don't think it's really like active or there's much people on there.
Because they scared everyone away?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, joke's on them. They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, they probably realize that now, but... all of its anatomy is just dog shit. Like, all of it is just really bad.
Don't call it that. It's like, beautiful.
It just looks like it's, like, popped out and just, like, slapped on the side, and then also, like, raised slightly.
It's basically a slab of, like a steak. Just kind of with skin covering it. I can't remember, probably a little bit, but not that many. Probably one or two. It wasn't very good, and I think this is at the point I didn't know how shit I was. And I'm glad I don't draw like that anymore, because it's really bad. I know, it's not good. I just like
these ends of...
I remember spending like 3 or 4 hours on this too, and it wasn't like... That's just not worth the effort. It's just... I think that's one of the worst things I've drawn. It's like, there's not really any redeeming quality. It's basically an Eldritch horror, and it's just terrible. There's nothing good about it. Creepy old man claws. I like to imagine it basically humps its way up a tree by hugging it. And then
like to imagine it just, a stiff wind comes by and it just falls off and then it just has to die on the ground. And then these species just straight into the mouth of some sort of predator.
That's how it sounds, Andrew. It's like a neigh and then
It just has all these strong muscles that attach to its face for, moving its fucking head around, and then it just has this, like, fucking
Maybe it inchworms. Maybe it inchworms along with its neck.
Look at its trachea right here. Like, trachea/spine, I'm sorry. And...
It's like a lobster, Andrew. Remember, we evolved backwards.
So does its head, like, curl back or something? Or is it just always back?
Oh, I think that it curls back. It can go both ways. I wasn't at that time very good at...
But what does it do with its spine, then?
I think that was supposed to be like a protective ridge around its, like, chest, but it just isn't very good. I don't think I looked at anything, and you can tell.
That's so disgusting. God.
Good. I'm glad I could horrify. I personally like its supple butt.
Yeah, just its perky ass is by far the most terrible looking thing. Well, no, all of it's terrible, but just
maybe that's something I should redraw, is that there's no way I could make it worse than it already is.
Yeah, just make some sort of fucking butt monster. And it looks just like this, except it doesn't have stupid, vestigial arms that still have claws on them.
It's just literally... Oh, so basically, like how well, of course it's not on my... I don't know if it's on my Tumblr, but I used to draw some tokens that were reverse centaurs. And it was basically just like a human torso... It wasn't a human torso. It was just a human bottom half and then a horse head, like, right on top of it.
Yeah, I've seen some.
And then I had a unicorn one. So it's like that, but a tree one. Where it's just like a human... It just has disgusting... It just has a beautiful butt that it shows off, and it's, like, bright red like a baboon.
I was just thinking this, like, jerky-looking thing here. This beef jerky-looking creature here. And then just has, like, this beautiful ass just on the bottom of it.
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds fun.
Good, whatever.
Diesel's laying on the ground.
He took 2 steps, and then he just sort of flunked down, and he's like... Rrr. And then now
he's
just
trilling and doing the thing.
He's very happy. He's always very happy.
Yeah, he can have beautiful chunk legs.
A beautiful ass.
Beautiful ass.
Yeah, that's really bad, Krista. How come you didn't put your name on this one?
Probably because it was really... Yeah!
Yeah! Okay. Find something to make music with. Sounds like Christmas. I'm going to whisper. Before we do that, if you guys would like to send your stuff, we're FridgeArtPodcast@gmail.com. I've been Andrew Rita.
I've been Kristen Plesko.
And, he's there. So, start singing the song.
Gently, we're whispering, docking you away from podcast land.
The fuck?
I sound like a serial killer when I whisper. Can I not do this?
No, that's fine. We're good.